Welcome to Royalston Wildlife Chronicles. In this episode we cover the video footage for August 2025. In August we were excited when we added another 4 cameras to our arsenal. Brendan and Linda Law sponsored 2 more cameras, and at the end of the month Rob and Jenny LaRue also sponsored a camera. Phil and Astrid Pretorius had committed to sponsoring a camera, but as they were on a family holiday overseas, you will see their sponsorship in coming months. All 3 couples had seen a preview of the introduction to Royalston Wildlife Chronicles and quickly bought into what I was trying to achieve with the launch of the channel. We really appreciate all the sponsorships that we have received. You will see what a difference this has made to scratching the surface of what goes on Royalston. You will see in future episodes the impact it has had on the material. There's still a huge area of Royalston that we haven't ventured into, so if you would like to sponsor a camera, please contact me privately. We could have so easily had a tragic incident. A female giraffe and her newborn passed the camera after encountering a resident and son mountain biking on the trail. The giraffe were met at the top of the trail by another resident walking a dog. In a traditional fight or flight, the giraffe chose flight and ran back down the trail, narrowly missing the mountain biking residents who dived into the bush. One bike had major damage from the hooves of the mother giraffe. A hoof hitting a person can be fatal, as has occurred in other wildlife estates. The majority of animals have a hate relationship with dogs, and this is why dogs are banned from the wildlife area. A secret waterhole was shown to us by the developer's son. We put up a camera to see what was around. Some technical problems meant we didn't get too much footage. At the camera at the bottom of the forest trail, we were getting some good footage. The giraffe were once again caught sleeping on the job. Two bushbuck rams decided that the Inyala dance was for sissies and that a more violent approach was appropriate for the men of the bush. In the background you might be able to hear some females saying, "What a bunch of morons." A little later, a caracal came to see if there were any pieces left for breakfast. Here, a Nyala bull shows off the more civilized approach. At this stage, we swapped the camera with one of the new law-sponsored cameras. This had been such a good spot that we wanted to get the best equipment in the best spots, and we immediately got great footage of bush pig and honey badger. At the end of the month, we moved the Law 1 camera down to the Wood Owl Trail to see what we could find there. At the steep sandy slope of the Lakehouse Road, the giraffe were there once again in their numbers. It's fascinating why they like this area. As can be seen in slow motion, this giraffe loses its footing on its back leg and has to do a nifty adjustment to prevent itself from falling. At the lake camera, these impala were avoiding this mysterious force on the ground. Maybe the rock in the water is what is putting them off. Once again, with amazing athletic ability, they jumped over the spot. Some jumps were spectacular. We also swapped in one of the new law cameras here. The new camera I had purchased was moved to the island waterhole. This camera and the LaRue's and the Pretorius's cameras all have a built-in solar panel, which has made a major difference in terms of maintenance of batteries. It was around now that we decided to switch on the microphones of the cameras. The Egyptian geese celebrated this decision. Here we can see a territorial fight amongst the Egyptian geese. All sensitive viewers, please avert your eyes. Here a waterbuck decided to have a lovely scratch on the camera in post and felt the camera was pointing in the wrong direction. Eight minutes later, a gamespot disagreed with the position and felt the view of the waterhole was better. Another readjustment. Ooh, frog for dinner. The island waterhole impala practicing for the competition with the lake impala. This saddle-backed impala has hurt its leg. You will be pleased to know it has subsequently recovered. This would not necessarily be the case in the true wild. As always, we got great footage from the Village 5 waterhole. When this waterhole is full, it is truly a beautiful and tranquil sight. Late in the month we swapped out the Law camera with the LaRue camera, as the solar panel works really well here. It was interesting to capture a black-crowned night heron.